Alrighty guys, so guess what? We are at the Tristan Cup for another round. So, except we're not allowed to film inside. So tonight we're going to give you updates from outside as we go. So that's a little thing. So nobody's allowed to be in it. So as we see, we have
me,
Greg here,
Dr. Kev.
Dr. Kev's here.
They've banned us.
Anthony's inside.
Banned us.
From filming, just for this year, supposedly.
Banned from filming, off of this year. That's what Hillary said, just for this year. You know what I'm saying? They're actually kicking us out. Like, well, no cameras. They need all the advertisement they can get. They're an archery club with nowhere to shoot. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, James?
I think that's true, but...
You can edit that out, or...?
No, we'll run everything as we go. But
so
yeah,
we're going to get 300.
We're going to get 300. We'll keep you updated round by round. This is Kevin's first shoot. First indoor. Yes. So that's exciting too.
Try not to hit the roof.
He was a bit nervous, had a bit of tension in that front hand when he first got here, but he got rid of that.
Yeah.
So we'll get in there, we'll get shooting.
Do a few warm-ups.
And we'll come out and fill you up, and we'll try and get Anthony to come out and have a little talk too, because he's going to be Devo if he doesn't get in the video. Yeah. So we'll get him in, and we'll get back to the scene.
Best of luck to everybody.
Best of luck. It probably won't be long. Alright guys, we've got Anthony just done a little warm-up and just got back from the Nationals. So how'd you go on the Nationals?
Yeah, pretty good, about 14th.
14th? What, overall?
In Opens, yeah.
Wow, you went in Open?
Yeah.
You didn't go in your own division?
No, it was Open Nationals.
Oh, so it didn't matter?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. 14th in Australia.
There was a couple other people my age group, smashed all of them.
Oh,
so,
really? Yeah. Nice. And you got a new release. Show them your new release.
This Stand Just X.
Stand Just X.
4-finger, pretty hard to get. It took me about 2 months of waiting for Benson's to get it in from overseas, so yeah. But it's worth it, it's worth it.
We got in the long one. We got a long wait in Australia, I'm telling you, it's a horrible place to be to get archery stuff, but good for everything else though. So yeah, what else did you learn? A little tip from Pat Coughlin, what did he say?
He said is to keep the back of your hand flat. I can see along there, just keep that flat with your knuckles from the back of your palm, keep it against your face, make sure it's flat, and then you'll shoot much better.
So there's a great tip. That is a big tip, because that keeps your power line straight. Your arm and everything becomes straight then. If you keep it kinked up like this, everything becomes bent. Keeping that straight keeps everything straight. Yeah, so there's a little tip for you.
He also said that if you want to shoot either this knuckle or that knuckle, said the thing you should do, it shouldn't be personal choice. It should be where your hand lines up and then where it feels comfortable. So for me, it lines up like that and it goes there. Some other people it might be like that. But just got to keep back your hand flat.
For me, it's back there.
Yeah, different for everyone. Another thing,
when it sits in there, it just sits in that little nook. So
another thing Pat said is, because my arm was bent a little bit like that, but he said you don't have to make your draw length longer to make it straight. He said you just lean forward a little bit, and then you can stretch your arm out without increasing draw length.
Oh, there's a little tip for you.
Yeah.
Tricky, because you did have a bit of a bent arm, didn't you?
Yeah. So you just lean forward a little bit and now it's all straight.
Oh, there's a great little tip. Alright guys, so we'll get in there and we'll come back out after the first stand and give you an update on how we're going. Alrighty guys, so we just finished the first round of 18 meters. So I ended up with 99, I dropped one stinking weasel just slipped out the bottom. And
X's?
I don't know me X's, I kind of got distracted on that, but there was a few.
Okay.
I dropped about 5 or 6 X's though, I'm down on a few X's. Here's Greg.
I shot 100, but I dropped 5 X's, and I think I dipped my toes into the water twice. So I've got to be careful of that. And Kevin said he's doing so dismally, you can tell him.
Oh yes, I'm having a very bad first time. 77, but the last end was a killer. I got an X, then I had a bit of a flinch and put an arrow into the 4 of that same target, so the X was wiped. Killer.
So if you shoot the same target twice, the highest arrow, scoring arrow, gets removed, and he scored an X and then flinched it into the 4 and his X got removed.
Not happy.
So Anthony's on different schedules. What different?
Well, Anthony Anthony just came up and asked me, Jimmy's on 99, and he said, oh, I can still get him.
Because so Anthony's on 99
Anthony's
as well.
like a little parasite.
But I'll try and get him to come out and
like
get a little update
piranha.
for you. I'll give him the camera when we go in. I'll give him the camera and he can come out and do his own little spiel for you and tell you how he's going.
Yeah.
So we'll get back into it now. Any little tips from Greg? Have you noticed anything tonight for the people out there?
Well, it's funny that you can shoot 18 metres in the daylight, and then you come here and you've got to adjust your sight across. And a few people have found that, which is a very odd thing. It must be the light or something.
Yeah, it's the no. Do you know what it is? It's how far your iris is opening. In the daylight, your iris is a lot smaller than inside. Your iris is a lot bigger, so it's letting more light in indoors.
Would you agree with that, Doctor?
So that's why clarifiers get changed.
Because I'm short-sighted too.
Yeah.
Because when I shoot outdoors, in my peep sight, I can just barely see the outside of my scope, but inside I've got a clear ring around the outside of my scope, and that pretty sure is because my iris is letting in more light and letting more things in to see.
I've elected to put the #1 clarifier in so I can see the pin and not see the target very well, but I think it's better that way. And I've got no pin. I mean the fibre, I can't see it, so I'm just moving up until I can see the top of the stalk really. I'm a stalk shooting.
Stalk shooter tonight?
Yep.
So there we go. We'll get back into it and we'll keep you informed on the next update.
Okay.
So for the first one, I dropped one with 99. The second one did the same thing, 99 again. I haven't got around to counting X's, but we'll get to that at the end. Jimi has dropped one as well. That gives a little bit of opening. Hopefully I can smash him in the end.
And win gold.
Yes, win gold. Currently, for juniors, I'm gold. Yeah, gold for juniors.
Yep.
In opens, I think bronze, because Greg's smashing it. He's got perfect score. Jimmy's got one down. Hopefully Jimi gets one down for this one as well, or two. He'll be even better, so I can beat him. Well, keep it up to date. Jimi is shooting right now.
Alrighty guys, second round just completed. Ended up with 100 out of 100, and I think I dropped 3 X's.
Is that all? That's pretty good.
I think that was right, wasn't it, Kevin? 3 or 4?
So.
3 or 4. So I'm hanging in there on X's. How did the Greg Meister go?
I didn't shoot a lot of X's. I probably dropped 10 maybe, or maybe 8 or something. So the vulture here, if I miss one and get a 4, he's in on X's. So I cannot miss. I've just got to shoot all 5s the next round. If I shoot a 4, it's all over, Red Rover, as they say. Jimi will come up from behind and take me out, which he's dying to do.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just hanging in there waiting for that little miss. Waiting for that flinch, actually. I'm waiting for the big flinch.
Don't be talking.
Kevin?
What did I get? 89.
89, so that was a big improvement.
Big
You got
improvement.
tell him 4 X's and
Oh yeah, 4 X's and a 5 in one end.
He's getting
So he's
good.
capable. He's just got to do it all the time, and he'll be running up with us in no time. That's it.
Yeah,
Is that all we got to say for this one?
Oh, banished out to the darkness to make our movies now. It's unbelievable.
We're doing it tough for you guys. We're trying. We're keeping you involved.
Yeah, we don't want ASIO checking us out. Like Kevin thinks I'm going to get in trouble with ASIO for some of the comments I'm about to make. So hold on to your hats.
Stay tuned for Greg's new segment.
I'm going to reveal some truths that people need to know.
Some dark truths, some scary political truths,
We're going to
maybe.
poke a stick in the dark hole of society.
Oh, we're going to stir some stuff up. Stir it up real good.
Oh, yes.
See you soon.
Right guys, so I have finished up for the night because I was in the first group and Jimmy's in the second one. I finished up with 296. Dropped 1 in the first round, 1 in the second round, 2 in the last round. I know I could have done better, but got 31 X's. It's okay, got 28 last time. So we just gotta hope that Jimi drops a few more. Alright, see us. Keep you updated when Jimi finishes. Should be finished soon, I think 2 more ends to go or something, but I'll keep you updated.
Look at this guy trying to weasel in on the action. Look at him. And there's Jasmine. Come in here, Jasmine.
Gonna come and say,
There you
oh,
go.
Jasmine. Okay, so we just finished. You got to film in, Greg? You want to?
Okay, this is what happened. Jimmy's dropped one early, and he's running on 299, but he's hitting those X's like no one's business. We don't know how many he's hit yet, but he was just hoping that I'd miss, and in the second last end, I miss one, goes high, slips out high by a nasal hair, and he's delighted. He could barely contain his joy. I was so what happened, as we were walking back for the last end, I said to him, look, there's going to be a lot of pressure on this last end. You've got to be very careful. And then he said to me, oh, that's all right because you're ahead on X's, which was a total lie. So I told the truth and he told a lie. We get back to the line and his first shot is swimming, just doing backstroke. So
deep in the deep end.
Deep in the pool. And so I end up with 299. He ends up with 298. It doesn't matter whether I shot 2 X's or 50. I've taken the day out again. But listen to this though, this is the terrible thing. Since James started coming here and winning, when he first came here he got first and first and first. So that made me train really hard. But I haven't been able to catch up on him on points. And tonight I finally pass him.
Did you?
I pass him by 1 point. I'm in the lead on points, but I can't shoot next month because I'm going to shoot at the Masters on the Gold Coast. So he's going to weasel in on me, and he's going to get ahead again. So he's going to win the year. The year is his. There may be some trouble at the end with a couple of issues I have with procedural matters. Is that correct?
So it could be an uproar.
There could be an uproar, but we'll keep you informed of that. So how did you go, little Anthony?
296. That was in the previous video.
That's pretty good for
That's all right. Yeah, we'll get a
Sneaks
pop
in.
up.
Kevin, come on, Kevin, come and join us.
225. 225. Not great, but
What?
225.
What is it, okay? Jasmine? Come on.
I hit the board.
Jasmine's
Come on,
a bare bow
Jasmine.
recurver.
And she's going to come on now and tell us. Come on.
She killed it. So come around this side, Jasmine, and tell everybody what you
You
went.
be safe.
Come on,
You're going to
Jasmine,
be
you're
safe.
right.
I don't even know my final score, but I think 175. Pretty shit. Thanks. See ya.
Well, and there you have Jasmine. That's
That
it.
is
And
us.
does she smell like Jasmine's? The answer is yes.
It does smell very nice.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so me once again, I have to get over this pressure problem because
Cunningly, I know that there's a problem, and
and
I
he knew
use
and
it to full
he
advantage.
exploited it to the max. To the max. he
Something
did.
Greg has done it again.
Sorry.
Exploited to
I feel a bit dirty, but
the walk of shame.
Yeah, Jimmy did walk of shame. Was it twice? Once.
Half a walk.
Yeah, half a walk. And Greg.
I don't think it's counted at the last end if you walk off without your O's at the last end, is it?
Who said that?
I just did. What are you not listening
So Greg did the walk of shame. Greg did the walk of shame. He's trying to get out of it, but
I didn't do the walk of shame. I'm not trying to get out of it. I don't think
last
it
month,
counts.
last month.
Do you think it counts in the
Last
last
month
end?
makes up
December
for
will
it.
be funny.
What happened
Last month was 2 walk of shames. During the middle of the
What's this
round.
thing? He's keeping records of everyone's sins. He's like the
Yeah.
Catholic Church. What are you, some kind of archery priest?
Yes.
Yes, no one expects the Spanish Inquisition. This is it,
Okay,
our medals.
quick medal update.
What's that? Gold, silver, gold.
Gold, gold and silver.
Yeah, gold for junior. I would have gotten bronze if it was in opens. But
Oh, listen to him. He doesn't
Coming up
shut
in
up
the
about
world.
himself. It's unbelievable.
Coming up.
He's his own management.
alright, so me versus Jimmy, next competition.
Oh, he's called
it's
it. He's called it.
Yeah.
It's a threat. Oh, I feel all blurry. I think I'm going to faint.
Okay. All right, guys. So that is the Tristan Cup down once again. So make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the other buttons, and I'll see you again soon for another video.